Previously we saw Ravel, who once saved the kingdom by risking his life, had finally come back after he vanished for 10 long years. During that time, he was in the spirit realm because when he saved the kingdom, he had to become a medium for his spirit to unleash her full power. So to save his life, that spirit took him back to spirit realm with her. There Ravel fell in love with that spirit and even became half spirit himself to marry her. From their union, a cute daughter was born, but just as he returned, he found out that the princess who once tormented him and tried to force him into marriage had now married his younger brother. So Ravel first went to the church and officially registered his marriage with his wife, who was none other than the Queen of Spirits herself named Origin, and after that, he sent his wife and daughter back to the spirit realm and decided to face that snake of a princess himself. Even though she had already married Ravel's younger brother Sovel, she shamelessly changed her mind again and started saying she wants to marry Ravel now. Such a disgusting creature, and even worse, she had a shameless daughter too, and now both of them were claiming that Ravel was her true father. Like seriously, how blind can someone be to sleep with this a woman? But anyways, Ravel asked the butler if that girl was really Sovel's daughter, but the butler refused to answer. Just then Sovel himself came in, and he looked so much older despite being the younger one. During their emotional reunion, that annoying princess drops by again. Sovel had enough of her. She had trashy looks and trashy attitude, and yet spent money like water thinking she was royal blood, so it was her birthright. Ravel stopped Sovel from losing his temper, and told Loren to contact the Justice Department for divorce. The princess got into in her delusion that Ravel was finally going to marry her. Sovel apologized to Ravel, saying he couldn't keep her under control. As for the girl she had, even Sovel didn't know much. After Ravel disappeared, he fell into despair, and during one royal gathering, he drank too much and woke up next to that princess. It was clearly a setup by the royal family. But no worries, Princess herself admitted that the girl wasn't Sovel's daughter, so that would help their divorce case. So Ravel told Sovel to stay quiet and let him handle everything. Then he revealed that he had married the spirit queen Origin in the spirit realm and even had a lovely daughter with her. So Sovel also opens up that he has a daughter in secret with his lover, but she's a commoner. But Ravel didn't care about her background because Sovel truly loved her. This made Sovel realize that Ravel was far more worthy of leading their family. But since Ravel was now half spirit, he couldn't inherit the title. Yet Sovel begged him not to leave him alone again, and Loren also told everything to Ravel about how hard things had been after their father passed away. Ravel gave it some thought, and seeing him hesitate, Origin and Ellie appeared to give him a little push to help his brother. After that, Ravel introduced his spirit family to them. Origin knew Ravel was holding back, so she and Ellie encouraged him, and he finally agreed to assist Sovel in every way possible. Aside from that, Loren asked Ellie to call her grandpa, but Ravel opposed this boldness. Still, and once that wholesome moment was settled, Ravel planned out the divorce proceedings and told Sovel to follow his instructions. Origin even rewarded Ravel for doing such a good job, though he looked like a total perv while doing it in front of his daughter, yet seeing Ravel smile and look genuinely happy was something new, because he used to be so gloomy before. But who knows how long that smile would last, because the kings soon heard about Ravel's return. The nobles were already worried since the princess's relationship with Sovel was a disaster. So the king called for his son Ravisel, who was a schemer, but still smarter than the most. But he also hinted there was a way to corner him. Clearly the prince was planning something. So the next day, Ravel came to meet the king, and the king tried to act gracious and offered him any reward for saving the kingdom. So taking that chance, Ravel asked for 2 things. First, the royal family must never interfere with his house again, and second, the king must attend the divorce hearing of his daughter tomorrow. It was a clear message that the Vankrift household no longer cared about the royal family's influence. But Ravel twisted it cleverly and said it was actually the princess who wanted the divorce so she could marry someone else. So the crown prince stepped forward with an offer of compromise, and Ellie noticed that he was surrounded by a strange black mist. It was her first time seeing this, so Origin then revealed that long ago, the royal family had forcibly summoned her to make her obey their commands. As punishment, they were cursed, and that's why they started the Spirit Festival to make up for their crime. But even after centuries, the curse never lifted, and people eventually forgot their wrongdoing and started blaming the spirits instead for not listening to their honest prayers. Among them, there was one boy who actually thought about things from a spirit's point of view and condemns their words. And that boy was Ravel at the age of 7. That was the very moment Origin fell in love with him. Though it was a serious crime to pursue such a young kid, but anyways, then the divorce trial began, and the judge asked the princess if she truly wanted a divorce. That dumb woman instantly said yes. She even admitted that her daughter wasn't Sauvel's daughter but Ravel's. But Ravel denied it right away since he was in the spirit realm for 10 years, meaning there was no way he could have an 8-year-old daughter. Her words basically exposed that she had cheated, so the court went silent, and the judge declared the princess is guilty of adultery and would be forbidden from ever marrying again or approaching any man at all. To make sure she couldn't, they even cast a curse on her, and that's how that shameless woman got what she deserved. Even the king and crown prince also decided to disown the princess entirely, and everything ended so smoothly that it almost felt suspicious. Ravel also sensed that something was off, so he went to talk with the crown prince. He realized that everything had gone exactly as the prince had planned. This outcome made the king look incompetent with his responsibilities, which meant he will soon be forced to pass on his throne. The crown prince also reveals that he already knew about Ravel marrying Origin and having a daughter with her. But for now, he didn't intend to do anything about it, but hearing that Ravel returned home in anger and immediately told Lauren to summon Alberto. And right there, episode ends on a cliffhanger. So subscribe the channel to watch the next episode on next weekend, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon, or you might miss it. Till then, take care.